Hey, bud, here's that piece. So, I mean, I blew through this in the back. It tasted like tranny fluid. Smelled like it. And it does go through very so slightly. I think either way. That's just an indentation. Looks like that's where it sits somewhere or something. Try to focus. Anyways, so here it is. See that a little better. That's on both sides. Has a notch and indentation there in the center. Same on the other side. There's a hole in the center. Here's the tip. Yeah, sorry about that. Just kind of. But yeah, I just found it laying next to the tranny when I cracked it open at the yard. So I just want to make sure if you know what this piece is or what it might be. That's about it. But I appreciate your time. Do have a question. I don't know if it's easier on here for that. I have that trend. I have a 2006 HHR. Um, seems I get first. I go first to second, and second to third. I start tacking out sometimes to like 3 or 4 grand. I could be like at going 60, and I'm tacking like at 3 grand. Like it's not shifting from I'll go first to second and second to third. Like it seems it doesn't shift. I'm thinking it's the solenoids, but then sometimes it just shifts fine. Uh, and I'm sure I suppose I should get all 4 gears before I hit 40, I believe, and it does. I noticed that today, and then yeah, all of a sudden sometimes it doesn't go from second to third, and I'm tacking and unless like it seems like it likes to be driven hard or harder. That's how it was driven. Like if I kind of give it some good gas, not nothing crazy, it seems that seems also to make it shift normal. Like if not, like I'll be sometimes or like yeah, if I get on a little bit, like I'll get a shift to like like I think 4 grand. Like if I get the RPMs up to 4 grand, everything it'll shift fine. And besides that, just sometimes yeah, or if not, sometimes just drive it nicely, like normal, and all the gears come in fine. If not, sometimes like I said, I tack it. It seems to be from that second to third, and then like sometimes I'm cruising 60 on the freeway, and I'll be tacking 3 grand, and I know it should be around 22, 23. So I sometimes, yeah, I'll put it into neutral, that the RPMs drop to like about 1,000, and put it back in gear while I'm still driving on the freeway, and get it back, right around 60. Then go, basically I let it get down, drops under 60, and I get it back to 60. And then the RPMs are fine about 22, 2300. But if that shifting doesn't happen right, at other instances, like yeah, like I'll be tacking 3 grand, hitting 60 at 60. So I kind of noticed that yeah, if I throw it on neutral, put it back in gear, but I gotta let the RPMs drop to 1 grand, and then put it back in gear. Yeah, then it'll be cruising right along at that 2300 at 60. Another thing I noticed, like when I'm on, uh, what else do I notice? Yeah, well, sometimes when I come to, like when I'm park it real quick, go to the store, come back, uh, reverse it out, no problem. And I shift it, it won't shift. I put it in drive and it won't shift. It'll just like, I'll just like be sitting there. If I rev it, it'll just be sitting there. It'll probably eventually catch sometimes, but if not, if I want to take off somewhat quick, then I gotta throw it in second and then I'll go. And then that doesn't always happen. Sometimes even second won't go, but normally it does. So I noticed that, and then especially in the mornings as well. Like in the mornings, like if it's first turn on, first cut on, and I try to go, like it won't go. Even I put in second, no, like I guess the pressure's too low, whatever. Uh, Sometimes, and then I gotta sit there for a little bit, not too long. It's actually seems like it's getting better. Like I'll just sit there for like a minute, just and actually, what I think helps is when I put it in reverse a little, and then go drive, then put forward driver. Or maybe have to put into second, then that'll work. So I don't know what all that is about. If you could just give me a little insight on that, I'm just trying to give you some info on my current training that's in there. Uh, but I think that's it. Everything I covered for that current training. What else does it do? Yeah, and then sometimes it just like slams and I don't know, like sometimes it doesn't like how you drive it, or I don't know what the hell. Sometimes it slams into gears, like, and I mean just as far like I barely put in drive, bam, slam. Uh, but then yeah, other times it's just smooth as a whistle, just so smooth. But that second to third gear thing happens a lot where I'm tacking, like unless I get it to like I could leave it on that, like I mean, whatever. I'll drive it, like that. But and if I get the RPM say to 4 grand, then it'll shift down. 4 grand, it seems to, uh, I think, lower down the RPMs. But if not, I have to do it that manual way, put it on neutral, that the RPMs drop a grand, and then it'll be normal at 22, 2300. Otherwise, I'll be tacking at 3. But I noticed today, like, yeah, sometimes it just works totally fine. Like, I'll get all the gears under 40 miles per hour, get off 4, and shifts hecka smooth. So I'm just thinking, well, I mean, what should I change all the solenoids out? Uh, for sure, I'm thinking, second to third, but I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? Maybe you know. I mean, not maybe. I don't know if you gave a good enough explanation, but I'm sure you have quite an idea. I think that's it, bud. I'm trying to make this too long, but I guess I did. I appreciate you again. This thing's probably about an inch or so. You know, it's like my finger right there is about it's about I'll say like an inch and a half tops, inch and 3/8 with the tip. Um, so that's it, man. Not to be redundant, but yeah, I was just wondering on my current training. Anyways, bud, right on. Thank you for any thoughts or comments. I'm gonna post this, and God bless, brother. Have a good one.